He'll probably tap you on the back if he's not feeling well.
Well, you're next to the bag, so... Alright. If you want to let us all cool off, I'm just going to do that for a sec. Alright, so watch yourself, just so you know. I'm going to check the controls here, so that's as far as they'll move. So this right here is that trim wheel I was talking about. This is right here how you adjust it back on the tail. Flaps are set for takeoff. This is a GPS. That's a good beep. Don't worry about that. There's a little GPS here. Alright, so avionics are on. You're going to set the compass, because this is the magnetic compass. This one's like a gyroscopic one, so I make sure they match. So we're at 280 degrees, so I set this to that. That looks good. The altitude is 960 here. Gas, primers unlocked, carb vehicle mixture, wheels on both. And everybody's good with taking off their belt and opening a door. Woo! Alright, I'm going to taxi over to the end of the runway and then do an engine check. So, as I probably told you guys before, most airports in the country, this one included, are technically non-towered, so like we don't have to talk to anybody on the radio to take off anything. I will make an announcement, but I don't have... What? Well, I'm not going yet. I gotta check the engine. So, alright, so the last thing we do, you run the engine up, and basically there's two ignition systems on the engine for redundancy, so I just check them both. So what you want to see, you'll see I get nice stable, and then it's going to drop a little bit, go back, drop, go back. That's what I'm checking.
Can you hear him?
So it's stable, switch to one, drops just a little bit, goes back, switch to the other, drops a little bit, goes back, and I'm checking this here, drops a little bit, goes back. We have oil pressure, temperature, suction, that's all good. Charge, which means we're still getting electrical power, which is always good. That means we are good for takeoff. And then, because this is a grass field, essentially we do kind of a combination of what's called a short field and a soft field technique, so I've got a little bit of flaps out. Normally, like on a paved runway, you would never use flaps for takeoff on a small plane like this, on like an airliner, but it helps us get off the ground a little bit sooner on the grass. So, one last check, 300, 300, and good there. Alright, so ready for takeoff. So we do what's called, there's a lot of ways. We say lights, camera, action, which means I'm checking my lights here. Camera is this guy, which is what ATC uses. It's a transponder. When they send out a radar beam, it pings back what altitude we're at. That's good. Action, I'm checking the flaps. Both, rich, are good there. So I'm going to spin around, check for traffic, and then we'll be good to go. And another thing, because we're on grass, you don't normally have to stick all the way back, but if you want to keep the nose wheel off from, cratering on going across the ground. Ready? Ready? Alright. Red Stewart, traffic, Skyhawk 2814, Lima departing runway 26 to the west. Red Stewart. I'll fix that later. Yeah, there's some beautiful houses out here.
What park is that?
I don't know. Actually. Oh, that's that big soccer complex off of Social Row, because this is Social Row right here.
Oh! Oh, wow, it looks so different.
Yeah. You can see a C-5 or a C-17 out there by the Air Force Base. That's what's off in the distance, that plane.
Crawford County 789 and 38 feet. And a balloon.
Yep. Yep, so here's 48. We're going to fly up 48, so you'll be able to see your house in a minute. See it back in there?
Yeah. It's hidden in the trees.
Yeah.
It's under all the trees. Right back in that corner somewhere.
Yep. There's the Centerville football stadium.
Yeah, the one that shines lights in my back. I see it! I see it!
And then we're going to fly over the new hospital and the giant Costco megapolis thing up here, and then the green is just a little bit further up there.
Need a booster seat.
Oh, well, I'm going to turn, so it'll be out your window.
Stay right
Where are we headed?
What?
Where are we headed?
So the office is right in front of us, actually, just a couple miles up there. But so this is the green right here,
Oh, oh yeah.
and then I'll circle around. You can circle around the office up here in just a sec. Yeah, the green doesn't look as big from above.
That's pretty big.
Oh, it's not small, but
Not from up here though.
that's straight in front of us. That giant expanse of green. That's right, Pat.
Oh, okay.
And then just to the left, you can see the museum.
Oh,
Hangar.
wow. Yeah. Sweet.
Right in front of us are all the giant TV towers for Dayton, which we're actually lower than, so we're going to keep turning.
Yeah, I was going to say. Do we clear those?
Not the one in front of us. And it's actually kind of neat to see the construction going through downtown too, which I'm going to kind of go all the way around downtown here.
What's this?
So these are the radios. So these are communication radios. This is navigation radios. And then this is the first set, and then this is the second set. And so basically all the airports that aren't with a big control tower have a set frequency. It's like a common, I mean, you hear those people talking, like I announced when we took off out of Stewart. It's a common traffic frequency.
Oh, okay.
And so I just switched it. So Moraines, because I'm going to fly over near Moraine, I switched over to there just to hear if there's any traffic.
Dave said he was going to chase us because he knew we had a radio.
Oh. I've been quiet. So it's a little hard to tell, but straight out in front of us, all the way at the horizon, you can see downtown Cincinnati, the buildings sticking out just a little bit, kind of popping out.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
Going to be a couple hot air balloons passing off to our left here in a minute.
Right on the left?
Hot air balloons. There's
Oh.
one down low. We're going to
yeah.
go, the one up high, we'll probably fly level past it. Sometimes you can get them to wave at you.
Perfect day.
Oh yeah. Pretty calm winds and beautiful visibility. So yeah, that's, is it? No, what is it? That's 73 in Springboro right here. This road.
7 Delta Sierra is entering the pattern, midfield, 2,200 feet, touch and go.
Yep.
5 Delta.
The hot air balloon down low.
Yep, there's one there, there's another one down low, then there's the one up high here. Alright, I'm gonna rock the wing, just hold on. Just so they know I wasn't like totally oblivious that I went by.
My imagination, or is it like the land of towers in front of us?
What?
Like
You're fine.
a lot of towers.
Oh yeah? Yep.
Lots of them.
Yeah, there are lots of things that poke out of the ground. So the other thing, just that pilots use, most airports, Lebanon's got one, right? I mean, most of them have It's an automated weather system, so instead of having, like at a towered airport, there would be a controller that actually records the thing every hour, tells you what the weather is and all that stuff. Most of them, though, it's automated, so if I flip this on, you'll actually hear the weather at Wright Brothers right now.
900. Dayton, Wright Brothers Airport. Automated weather observation 2253 Zulu. Wind 180 at 06. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 24 Celsius. Dew point 12 Celsius. Altimeter 3028. Remarks. Density altitude 1,800.
So density altitude is because it's warmer. The plane performs as though it's a little bit higher up. In the winter, it can actually go down or be negative. That right there, just you can see the interstate, that's where Trader's World is. That's Touchdown Jesus and everything, that exit right there.
Place with all the giraffes up there?
Yep. The other miracle of satellites. So currently we're going 95 knots across the ground, even though our airspeed's only about 90. So basically we got a slight tailwind, which equates to, that's about 110 miles an hour, give or take. Right now we're right over top of I-71.
110 miles an hour?
Yeah, so we better be beating the cars down there. See, to the point that they really do kind of fly themselves. I mean, like, it's very stable on its own. A lot of people think, like, if you let go, it all goes to hell. But yes, in good weather. You want to try turning it? You won't break it, I promise. Well, I don't care. See, it's not too hard. You can turn it more. It's up to you. Pull back a little bit. Yes, it does both. I got it. The main thing it takes the longest to learn is like the amount of rudder you have to use. Like when I turn right, I need right rudder, and you turn left, you need left rudder, and getting that coordinated so it doesn't end up, and I'm going to do this gently, but so you don't end up feeling like some of this kind of swaying.
How'd you do that?
That's just the rudder pedals.
Oh.
Yeah, there's multiple things. It's not as noticeable in a plane like this because it's kind of designed out of it on purpose, but so like if you look straight ahead and I turn right without using my feet, watch the nose will actually go left a bit before going right. See how that kind of swings and then goes? And then if I go left, it kind of swings and then goes just a little bit. If you do that in the Cub, which is older and doesn't have like anything fancy, it'll like swing to the left, swing to the right. So you really have to be coordinated. So that's why like when you learn one of the tailwheel planes, you really learn how you gotta fly it because it doesn't have nice little ailerons or anything. Feeling good? Do you want to do any steep returns? Anything? No? Asking now because otherwise I'm gonna land. But I can do a little more of a steep bank or something if you want before we go in. Yes, sir. Is that a yes or no? Alright. Not right now.
Whatever you feel comfortable doing and safe.
Oh, it's safe. It's just if it bothers you, really. I'm going to climb up a little bit and then I'll see here. Just checking for airplanes.
These are great, looks impressive.
Yeah, I know. It looks a lot bigger from the air than it ever does from the ground, actually. Alright, I'm going to do a semi-steep turn to the right. I'm going to do just a little bit. Tell me if it's okay. If not, I'll stop. Are we good? If you look forward, it's a little better. You good, everybody? Alright, and I'm going to switch to the left. Good?
Down in your seat.
See the airport over there?
What is that, a plane or a bird?
That's a plane. Good eye. That's the guy who just took off out of Stewart.
Plane, oh, okay.
Good eye. I was looking for him. Stewart traffic. Skyhawk 2814 Lima on a 45 for a left downwind runway 26, Red Stewart, Waynesville. So when you come into land, basically at all airports, we follow sort of a standard rectangle around the airport, which is what I'm doing here. The idea being at a 45, if there's somebody there, I can turn and get out of the way real fast. And so that again, that's just a common traffic thing. There's no control, it's just all of us saying where we are, what we're doing. So coming into land, basically I bring on the carb heat, which is just an engine control, and then I slowly throttle back here. Let the plane slow down, then I'm going to extend a little bit of flaps. And want to hold about 80 knots, so just let it let the plane sort of stabilize on its own here and then adjust everything. Stewart traffic, Skyhawk 2814 Lima final, runway 26, Stewart.
Nice.
And we're back alive.